Alrighty, there I am. Good afternoon, everybody. I have got an itch in every. There we go. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the stream here. I certainly hope you guys are doing great today because I'm doing pretty good myself. You can actually hear in the background we've got Alpha 11 Inc. already. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun stream. It's already starting that way. I've got Software Inc. Alpha 11 running in the background, but you might notice a little bit of a difference. Maybe. The camera is actually in a little bit different position today. Position, I should say. I am trying something out, just trying to change a few things up to see if this will work a little bit better. It seems like it's working okay. I'm going to give it a try. It's a little bit off more to the right, so my main screen is technically here, so kind of where my hands are, kind of thing. They're actually mounted onto my second monitor, which is a little bit lower, and I kind of like how it looks. You know, I'm not looking straight ahead, but I think it's a little more natural to me. You also get to see more clothes. So that's fun too. But today we're going to be back in Software Inc. To be honest with you, I don't know how many more episodes of this we've got, but let me go ahead and pop the game over there. Alright, what did I do wrong here? Hold on. Let me see. Do I have the game capture on wrong? I do. Oh, that's unfortunate. There we go. Let me pop that back over to there. There we go. So yeah, we're going to try out something new with the camera. I'm also, hopefully, well, like I said, I don't know how much left is in this game. But there's a couple things I do want to try, there's a couple things I want to try. I mean, of course, you know, right now we're about a month and a half from the new Evil Genius coming out, Evil Genius 2. So, that would be fun when it comes out, but I think I do have a game that I want to try. Because I'm actually going through doing the video for, I'm going to let the game run, because right now we're not doing too much. We've got a couple games in our operating system that works, but nothing really too crazy. But I do have something in mind I do want to give a try. I was looking through old videos, because I'm actually working on the 1 year kind of anniversary video. It'd be kind of fun. And yeah, I was thinking, like, you know what? I was like, number one, I didn't realize how early we actually started playing Evil Genius in kind of the cycle of games. But it was actually rather early. So the other one was actually kind of surprising was Stardew Valley. I didn't realize how early we played that. I think that was the third, maybe, the third game we played in our cycle. And didn't really realize that, however. That's something I think we're going to go back to. I've actually been playing Stardew Valley off stream with some mods. And I've actually been really enjoying that game again. And so what I think I want to do is actually there's one called Stardew Expanded. There's a couple of the mods that I've been playing with. But with Stardew Expanded, I think it'd be actually rather fun to see how that is. I've read into it a little bit. I think it'd be rather fun to do on stream. So that might be what we do during, whenever we finish this game, which as I got to thinking about it more, if you look here, let me go to furnishings. We've pretty much unlocked everything except for the big server rack, which came out in 2005, so 4 years. And the other thing we haven't unlocked is these two computers. Which 2015 and 2030. Honestly, I don't know if we'll want to play to 2030. Now 2015, okay, maybe. But we said we were to 2020, so really we have about 19 years left of this game. To me, I think that'll be okay. And I think that'll be a good run for us. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I just want to look up cancel, yes. I kind of want to see, because it looks like Cyberpunk is not making us any money right now, which is a bit odd. But I want to see why. Let's see here. Cyber. There's too many cybers in here. But let me take a look at details for this thing. So we've got 20. Oh, that's probably why. I probably have the printing thing wrong. Hold on. Let me look at distribution for that game. This is less than 150,000. Oh, see, we have 21. How in the world we have 21 million in stock? It's a little much. So let's limit it. Hold on. We'll limit it to 150,000. And you want to go and cancel it. We have 21 million copies of that game, and we're about to port it, so I think it'll be okay. So we got a couple things going for us today. I want to try to get Cyberbucks done today. That's kind of like the first thing. I do want to, eventually here we'll actually be releasing all of our kind of our big release schedule here. We got August for Boombox. We have Omnidex next month in July, and we've got Guard Dog in September now. Snippet we just released last episode, so it's going to be a little bit on that one. I'm also working on, an employee has filed a complaint. Let's go ahead and just give them some money, and they'll be on their way. Marketing support, ooh, hold on, hosting. We'll go ahead and accept that, make sure it's on the hosting server. Because that was always a good stream of money coming in. But I do want to, I want to release all these again. I do want to get Cyberbox completely ready to go. I also want to port Cyberpunk 2020 over to our Cyberbox so that people can play our console with our game on it. And then we actually have another game here, Cyberpunk in the new US of A. It's a hard thing to say, but that is actually going to be an MMO, so that's going to be exciting to see how that works. I haven't done an MMO in this game, so I'm interested to see how that's going to work. Go ahead and just get rid of all these. So, they actually just released Omnidesk. I do want to see how well it went. Let's see here. So, the last one we just released was Omnidesk 96.2, which I don't think I can change the name of it now, which is okay. Outstanding quality, so that's amazing. So that is good. I think I think that's going to be a big hit. Like, I didn't think it wouldn't be, but that's fair. There's a lot of employees that are stressed out. Don't know why, but it happens. So I really want to kind of get this out today. Let's go ahead and try to get a review of it. Let's see how people are enjoying it so far. To me, I think it's probably like pretty much, if we wanted to do something, we could have this done easily. But you know what? I want to actually get it perfect. Pretty much as perfect as I can get it. Man, the game is lagging a little bit, isn't it? Not ideal, I'll be honest with you. But let's go ahead and end the reviews for this one. So right now they're saying it's a 9.6. Essentially, it's just the hardware that they're having issues with, which is fair. I think that's kind of our weakest subject. Kind of makes sense. I also did notice something here, and I really didn't notice this until I actually went and looked. The signs in front of our building are now covered up by pillars. It's not ideal. So our building is gray, and you know what? Let's see. Maybe we should do that today. Maybe we can actually paint our buildings today. If you look here, number one, this office building is a bit of a hot mess, to be honest with you. But this one's actually not as bad, I would say. But it could be better. It could be a lot better. Let's see here. Let's see if we can actually paint. Can we do paint? Oh, well, the game just lagged a little bit. Alright, exterior. What kind of exterior colors do we want? Maybe like a nice, I don't know. White's a nice, white's usually pretty good. You know what, we could do a nice, maybe like an off-white, something like that. And, I think that'll work. So now we just gotta copy the rest of the floors in on this. And we just lighten the gray up. That's all we did. But you know what? It works. Apply, and let's get the rest of these fixed over here. These are all the bathrooms, aren't they? Yep, I would say so. Paint. Boom. Apply. There we go. We also got a review to read because we have a new piece of software that came out. So we can go ahead and do that here once we get the building painted. Here's the bathrooms on the first floor. I can kind of tell exactly where those are at. Because those are, you know, oh well. There we go. That room for some reason didn't get painted. There we go. A nice drab gray office. Looks nice. But yeah, let's you know what? Well, I want to put maybe a nice big sign there. Kind of nice. But let's read our review first. So, Cyberfire LLC has released OmniDesk 96.2. Wish I could change that name. And they're already well known in this industry, and we've got the scoop. OmniDesk 96.2 is a sequel to the highly regarded OmniDesk 96, and it's living up to expectations. We already know that Cyberfire LLC, but they are pretty new in the productivity scene. I bet you we aren't. OmniDesk 96.2 has been a positive surprise. It is a very complex piece of craftsmanship, and it runs very beautifully. Wow. I skipped a whole line there. It's a complex piece of craftsmanship, and it runs very smoothly. There is so much to experience, and it's beautiful to behold. Keep in mind that Alpha Productions has Print 2 on the market currently, which might affect interest. To wrap this up, they put effort into OmniDesk 2, and it really shows. It's probably not going to move very many copies. They should up their marketing game. They still need to make their name for themselves in this market, and hopefully this release will help. Here's the problem. Number one, we have quite a bit of name recognition in that market already. Hold on. I wanted to place a sign here while I'm thinking about it. Alright, why are we not? That's why, because I was on the wrong level. I want to place here, please. Oh, there we go. Something a little bit bigger than that. Maybe something like that? Or what's the other one here? No, I think it's got to be... Ooh, hold on. Can we not... center this? Oh, that's annoying. Alright, I guess we're putting one on each side then. And that's how we're going to have to do that, but alright, that works. But I also didn't know that you actually can place, like, if I wanted to go in here, kind of off topic, but, you know, like, let's say I want to go in here, so I've got all this grid stuff. If I hit Alt, yeah, it lets me move it freely. And I can just place stuff around. You know, it doesn't let you move. It won't let you rotate it like this, but yeah, it'll let you just kind of move it around. I'm wondering if actually I was hitting the wrong button for this. Actually, I want to move this, please. No, it does not look like I actually can. Hold on, I was actually hitting the wrong button once again. Hold on. There we go. That looks a lot better. I rather quite like that. Let's actually put some waiting area. Let's make a nice little waiting area here. Why? Not really sure, but you know what? I wanted to do a waiting area. Why do we have these lights in here is my question. Alright, let's duplicate this. Let's rotate it around. We kind of, or we can't really, isn't like there's much styling we can do with that. Let's go ahead and just duplicate this. And also the employees can come out here and enjoy a nice some nice time, just kind of relaxing out here, you know? Nothing too crazy. Put some heater vents out here as well. I'll put some air conditioning as well, just so that they don't get too hot. Right now, I don't know where you live or are watching currently. You know what? I want to tilt the camera down just a tiny bit. Maybe a little more. There we go. That's better. But I don't know where you live. I know a lot of the U.S. for some reason is blanketed in snow right now because reasons. Yeah, just somehow they just all of a sudden it just hit pretty much across the U.S. Just everywhere. Just got hit at once. Where I live is not too terrible right now. We were supposed to get a lot of snow, but it never actually hit us that hard. It gave us maybe 4 inches, if that. So it wasn't like anything too crazy there. I need to move this light because it doesn't like me putting lights above furniture like that, but there we go. That'll work out just fine. So we got to try the new alt little thing. It's kind of neat. Oh, that camera. I'm going to be playing with this camera, hopefully not most of the stream, but, you know, something I just kind of want to try something a little bit different. So that works out pretty well. So, let's see how our new Omnidesk is doing. Has sold. It's made $3.1 million so far. And has lost us about $17 million. It's not ideal right now, but hopefully with some time it'll sell, or it'll make some money back. Because that costs us quite a bit of money. Alrighty, so we are into August, so Boombox should be released any time now. Cyberbox, you know what? I think it's good enough. I hate to say that. Let's go ahead and promote it into beta. Let's start fixing the bugs in it. We did combine dev team to one, so we got one big dev team now. Because the reason I'm like, we could start working on the NUSA, but reasons. I'm really thinking about hiring a game development team and just have pretty much Dev 1 become our operating system team. It's a thought that could work. The only problem is look at this office. Well, this office is barely used. That's just a little odd to me. We could. Like, do I really want to split a team across 2 or 3 floors? Is kind of the question. Because I'm thinking about using this, because right now we don't have any really use for this. And I'd like to build it up a little bit. That being said, could we actually, or would we want to split a team across all 3 levels here so we can get the maximum amount of usage out of all 3? I mean, they would have good access to parking and things like that. So it's not like it's the worst idea in the world, but let's build one room. And let's see, once we build one room, hold on, I'm going to do this, and that. That should complete this room, but we gotta go all the way around like that, and it won't let me do that. Alright, so we're going to have to start sectioning this off a little bit more here. Can we actually start from here? Nope, that's not what I want. I want to start from here and build across. So maybe it'll let me do this room first. Alright, well, let's see if I can do this room then. So let's me do that. And can we do now this? We can. So this right here. Essentially, we're just going to do that. Technically, right now, that's not considering itself a room. There we go. That was a weird way we had to build that room, but alright. I can put the doors here. I think that'll work out pretty well. So you know what? Let's put them... That's right, we're going to move the acoustic foam. We put... I'm going to move the smoke detector. There we go. And then we can slide that right in there. So this will be our new game development room. I think that's pretty good. You know, it's not like it's the worst idea in the world. We'll give it a try. All right, let's start with some desk. Let's look at the desk laid out first. I found a lot of those, but I kind of like these modern desks. I'm trying to use the modern desk because I want to. We need a cubicle wall, please. There we go. We need a computer. There's the modern computer there. We can go ahead and duplicate all this down. Ooh. Don't like how it's uneven like that because it's going to leave space. Which, if that's the case, let's go ahead and move this all down one. And we can at least then put some on the end here. We can put like a water cooler here and things like that. So it's not like it's a totally like wasted space, but you know, still not the most ideal in the world. Alright, so there is kind of a little bit of an awkward space. I can understand that. I think we were going to have to split these across a couple of different rooms, but I think in the end I think it's going to be worth it. We put another set of desks back here. Not replace furniture. I want to duplicate the furniture. Thank you. There we go. We need to duplicate this one on the end here. Excuse me. I think if we can just duplicate this one first, we can take all these and duplicate them. That'll slot right in there. I think we can get one more row out of it on this side here. Essentially, the idea is I'm just going to copy this office, up a floor. And that'll be where we... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that. That'll be how we can actually replicate this office pretty quickly. We could cram more into here, but I kind of want to make this room a little bit nicer than typically we would have. Why? Not really sure, but I think something like this kind of keep this kind of be like our, if you know anything about like not software development, but things like top secret things, they have like an inside works like within the company that's kind of separated from everybody else. Lockheed Martin, I think it's what it is. Lockheed Martin that had Skunk Works. One of the big like military aircraft manufacturers have one called Skunk Works, and they produce some of the best military aircraft out there. And they were just kind of just hidden away from the rest of the company because of this, because they didn't want to know, or they only wanted certain people to know what was going on. So it's an interesting idea. So, I think something like that would be kind of cool for our software development, or not our software, our video game development, where they're kind of separate from the other company. They really don't know what they do exactly. And so, by the way, this alt place, especially for like the paintings and like that, makes it a lot nicer. All right, so for the interior walls, let's do an orange because orange is my favorite color. And can we do like a nice blue carpet? Let's really brand this up. There we go. Let's get some texturing in here. The interior walls, we're going to go with the hexagons. And for the floor, maybe that it's a little bright there. Something like that. I think that'll work out pretty good. So this is pretty much going to become our Skunk Works-esque team here. So this is going to be game development. And I'm going to need a leader for that. How many people can we put in here? That'd be the first thing we need to ask ourselves. Let's duplicate this. Let's also put a water cooler in here. Alrighty, so there is that. Oh, we need to actually have some temperature regulation in here. Did forget about that just a little bit. See how heat's pretty good. That should take care of that one. Let's go and get some air conditioning in here. Perfect. So there is all that taken care of. Also forgot that we need to paint these walls as well. There we go. Looks pretty good. How many people can we fit in here? So 4, 8, 12. And then 3, 6, 9, 12, 24, 27, 30, 33 people. So I guess if we have to split it across 3 floors, which we have to do something like there and there, we have 99 people in here. A pretty big team. Honestly, I probably will only do 2 floors. So in that case, what I want to do is I'm going to have a leader down here. So this is going to be the leader's computer. I think I can actually... Maybe not. I thought there was a way you can actually assign that to a certain role. Which is... If not, that's okay. So what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and create the second story here. Let's do that really quick. See if this will let me do this on the second story here. Oops. Oh boy, something's gone wrong. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but alright. Guess not. Alright, so we're up to it the way we did it the first time. So we'll build a room there. A room. Oh, room there. And then do a freeform room here. Oh, great. Now this won't let me build in here. Maybe if I merge these first. There we go. You don't know, they've actually been trying to fix some issues with that. I know they actually put in there, I think it was a dev post last week, I think it was. They were having issues with that, they were having issues with being able not to put, or not to be able to build rooms because of that error. So, it happens, so not too bad. Alright, let's get this all going here. Let's duplicate this. Place that across there. There we go. And then we need to get our painting up here. So let's actually save this as a style. This is game dev. And we'll place that up there. Perfect. Then I need to actually add some doors so they can get into and out of their office. There we go. So now we actually have a 66 person office. Let's go ahead and paint this because I forgot that didn't work. There we go. So we actually have an office that can fit all 66 people in it, which I think works pretty well. This one does not have the decorations it should because reasons. Maybe some more potted plants. That might help too. I think the potted plants actually do more for you than the paintings do. Also, I want to actually add some windows in here so that our people can see out. Alright, let's actually do this. I don't know why those bottom ones are misaligned, but it's a little odd. Oh, forgot a set of windows down here. Now, I'm not going to spend all episode building these things because I don't really, you know, don't want it to, don't want to spend, like, there was, is the last episode or 2 episodes ago that we accidentally, we spent like an hour building one of our new offices. Not ideal, I'll be honest with you. There we go, the heating one, because it looks like the windows do leak maybe a little bit. So there we go. Temperature is all good in this room now. We can actually add in some decorations now just to help out a little bit. And we'll put a clock up here. Why not? Because clock's always fun. Also boosts mood quite a bit. Is there any good skill ones still left? I mean, we have all that. Let's actually add a TV in here. I think I've shared this before, but when I was at my old job when I was working finance, that's TV's in the wrong section there. I'm going to move this painting. We actually had stuff like that. We would have just fun stuff on there. And we also have like our stats and everything that, like there was a call waiting or something like that. And, you know, it was actually kind of fun. Alright, I think that room's good. This one's good, but it needs more ventilation. We can fix that. I think it's one of each. Can we put these on the same square? Oh, we can. That's actually pretty neat. All right, so there is going to be our teams. Let's just double check the numbers. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 25, 29, 33. Yeah, so we can have 33 people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, hire employee, a lead, HR. We want a high salary overall and personality. A lead, begin looking. Didn't spend hardly any money on it, so let's try that again. But I need like $9,000. Let's see here. Really right now, personality does not matter. But, you know. So we got socialization, which is they can hold meetings. Automation, I don't really care about right now. So Connie Rogers is going to be our game development leader. And I will let her handle the HR stuff. So essentially what I want to do is I want to have 33 let's do this. Let's do I didn't assign any of the crap. I didn't design or didn't assign any of the skill desk or anything. So what I want to do, I'm going to go over here, get a productivity. I think the leader needs the inbox. So that is going to be on that desk. So this will be the leader desk. And we are going to actually have the bottom floor. I think it's the bottom floor, yes. The bottom floor will be all of our artists. So we'll be able to hire 32 artists and 33 programmers. I think that's probably a good idea. They have, I mean, really, they're still pretty much equal. I really didn't check the skill of the leader, but we can go back and look. And I'll handle all their education and things like, well, I can hire the leaders' education, things like that, so it's no big deal. And then we can do all of our programmers up here, so it'll be 33 programmers, 32, oh, there's a desk missing over here. That's not ideal. Gonna fix that here in a second. Let me place all these down first. And when I duplicate everything, it should have those automatically in there. You know, I don't know why it copied the cubicle walls, but it didn't copy the actual desk. Guess it doesn't like me having these cubicle walls here while I'm trying to duplicate all this. Let's try this one more time. There we go. And that's got their calculators already on them. So, and that is the correct number, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 25, 29. Yep, those 33. So now we can hire our 30, it'd be 33 programmers. So we need to go over to HR management here. Hold on. Let's go over to game dev, HR management. I think we gave everybody a $15,000 a monthly budget. Handle wages and complaints. Go up to there. We'll send 5 out at a time. Artist, I want 32. Programmers, 33. Specialization, I don't really care about HR. I don't really care about support. And really, all of our games are going to be probably 3D, but I'm going to have them do all of it as well. High salary, because we want the best we can get for our gaming, and that should be plenty. And there we go, Boomboxes got released. So, it seems like we're making money. We're making quite a bit of money, both on Cyberworks. We've made, what, $1.2 million. We made almost $5 million that month on Cyberpunk, because we actually ported it to those 2 new systems. So more people are enjoying the game, which is awesome. But I have noticed that our marketing team still can actually fulfill both of these roles, which is a bit odd. I figured they could, because we actually expanded the marketing team last time, if I'm not mistaken. We had 72 people in marketing. So actually, not our second biggest team, is actually quite a bit down. Actually, besides the law team, it's the smallest team besides game dev, but they haven't actually got anybody in there yet. Let's actually start, let's, kind of spread these guys out a little bit. So not everybody's going on July in the middle of, everything here. We'll have these guys go in September. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Let's also take a look. Number one, let's see how Boombox 3 did. So Boombox 3 is the sequel to the highly regarded Boombox 2. It is living up to its expectations. Cyberfire LLC is ready with Boombox 3, and they are already well known in this industry, and we've got the scoop. Cyberfire LLC has a well-established reputation, but audio people are getting to know them. That's a weird sentence. Boombox 3 has been a positive surprise. We can't even imagine how complicated this must be behind the scenes, and it runs very smooth. It is packed full of art, and is completely humbling to witness. It'll be interesting to see whether it can compare to the Amplitude Pro by Kick Monday. And they say it's a well-made product. What I'm kind of curious about is, let's see here. Let's see how much money it's made so far. It's lost money so far. It's made about $4 million. Omnidesk still only clearing about $6 million. So right now these two have actually lost us money, but everything else has been huge successes, so not terrible at all. We are in August now. We are getting some bugs worked out of the Cyberbox, I should say. Let's go ahead and release press build and do all that, just so that, see if we can actually get some more of our, word out there. Make sure we can get some more fans for it. And yeah, how's our game dev team going? Still only have one person in there. Why do we only have one person in there? Hold on, let me take a look here. Number one, did I actually... Yeah, there she is. You know why? Haven't assigned her as the leader. Gotta do that. Change roles. You are the leader. So there is that. We also need to assign this room, make sure it's actually used by Game Dev 1. Because there's people from... Dev Team 1 in there. That's a little odd, but alright. Alright, so we're up to 66 employees on the game development team. We'll Looks pretty good, I'm thinking. So essentially my idea is that Dev Team 1 is pretty much going to become our operating team. They're going to do both console, computer, and phone. We haven't done a phone one yet, but that's kind of the next goal. Oh crap. Boombox 3 and OmniDesk 92 has not met sales. Alright, well. Need to fix that. Let's see here. In that case, we need to go digital or distribution here for... We don't have print jobs for either one. So let's go ahead and get those going here. Because that's probably why they're not selling much. But let's go ahead and start printing. Let's do 150,000 copies. Alright, let's actually do 200,000. And for Boombox 3, the same way. Start printing. We need 200,000 copies. Our printer should be able to take care of that, no problem. In fact, we can even go over and look. Yeah, it seems like they're pumping them out pretty good. Most of this is Cyberworks, OmniDesk, and Boombox. OmniDesk and Boombox. Yeah, so they have plenty of stuff they have ready to go. So, our game dev team should be in for its first full day today. At least I think. There they go. They're starting to trickle in a little bit. Actually, it looks like they're having some issues with busing. That's a bit of an issue. So let's go ahead and actually start developing this. We're actually going to reassign this to our game development team. There is no 3D artist. Are you serious? Did it really mess up that bad that we don't have any 3D artist? All right, hold on. Let's time out here. Let's take a look at the team. Employees. Hold on. Why is it? Hold on. That might have not updated yet, because sometimes it won't update until they actually all get in. We might have to do some firing and firing. I'm just gonna take note of that. It might have to, you know. Oh, they finished that. So finish that. Yes. Let's go ahead and assign that to the law team. Perfect. Let's go ahead and see if maybe that's updated yet. Because right now it's only showing us like, oh, game development, please. Oh, there we go. So yeah, look at that. 3D programmers are perfect on the programming side. In development, I really don't care about because we have our own dev team. But no 3D artist. That baffled me. I don't know how in the world that happened, but all right. So let's go in here. Go to employees. Let's go here. He's a programmer. I mean, we're going to have to fire a few people, unfortunately. These are all of our programmers. That is an artist. So let's fire her. This sucks because it's like, all right, well, let's fire that person. And fire them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into hire employees, go to artist, 3D high, begin looking for game development. This one has 3D art, so Eddie Valentine, great name. It sounds like a guy from like an 80s rock band. I'm just going to point that out there. Hire that person, and Deborah Horn, it'll be the last. So those will be our three. So we have 3 programmers now. I think we can kind of get away with that. But right now, our parking lots are getting full. Might be time to expand our parking situation here. So let's go ahead and let's get some roads going here. Can we build a ramp? Ooh, I have to build within my plot boundaries. But unless we build over there, that's really odd. Oh, because I don't have that area. All right, well, then let's go ahead and buy that plot. Then we can build over top of it. Now let's see if it'll let me build a road. Like a road like this. Cool. So we actually can build a third-story parking structure in here. And then I think, is it this parking I want? Yes, it is. So there we go. And then something like this and this. And a road like that. So that's our parking garage, essentially. And now this should allow me to put extra parking spaces in there. I think that'll work. I think. Who knows? Do I want to add a bridge like I did over here? I mean, I have to move... So I technically wouldn't have to move it. I guess what I could do is put a road there. Make this an entranceway. Something like this. And then... like this. And we'll just... you know what? Let's just merge all... well... let's actually do this. Let's cut this. Oop. Like that. And we'll merge these 3 rooms together. There we go. And then we can make this kind of our entrance way here. And let's see here. We need to put a door there. Windows flanking in on either side. Same with the inside here. And then they can walk right through here. Let's actually make this a little bit of like a nice sitting area if people want to come up here and sit or whatever. I think it's kind of a neat idea. Duplicate this on this side as well. Now this is a pretty large area, so it might be hard to kind of decorate it up properly, but we're going to give it a try here. Let's go ahead and give some art on the walls here. You know what? Let's do a nice, some nice carpets. Why not? You know what we could do? I think this has to point in. Yeah, I think that's how that is done here. What is the center of this? Ooh, it's a 3 wide. Didn't want that to happen. But we can. Oh, it had to be something like there. Now, I think if I do something like this, I'm taking a little bit of time on this one. I don't know why. Just kind of felt like in the mood to do some design work a little bit. You know, have a little fun with it. A little more creative. I did say a couple streams ago I did want to get a little more creative with this game. Let's go ahead and just build the carpet. Ooh, you know what? I gotta cut the carpet back just a little bit there. Round it right there. And come on, there we go. Means point in. There we go. Come on, there we go. And then the last couple of pieces in here. Now, I know those middle ones don't really match, but we can change them up just a little bit here. That's not quite. Does that work? Like something like that will work for the corner. These middle pieces is what I need to be kind of concerned about here. Maybe something like that. Oh, I actually kind of like that. Hold on. Let's, yeah, that corner piece is really kind of throwing me off here. Can we change that at all? Because that's not really fitting, no. That'll work, but we gotta change the colors on it. We gotta switch the secondary, or the primary and the secondary. Primary. There we go. That looks a lot better. I think it looks pretty good. And that does boost this area up quite a bit. We need to add the windows, though. Keep forgetting about windows. Not an ideal thing, you know. You know, gotta make the building look like it's all one building at least. There we go. I like it. We're also gonna make sure that we've got the correct color on the outside here. There we go. Do one here as well. Did I not do the bathrooms over here? That would be embarrassing if I didn't. I didn't. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Anyways, looks like we got that completed, though. So now we've got all that going here. I think I think our game development team's going to be doing just fine once we get them up and going here. However, it did say our couriers are having issues finding a place to park. Is this a place we can... Oh, we can actually... We've already bought this. Why don't we just turn that into parking lots? We're pretty much creating a concrete jungle, but that is... okay. It happens. Get rid of that piece of road there. Can I... Okay, so it won't let me just delete roads. Alright, well... I guess that's fair. Let's get all this parking here. All this parking here... And I think I've already assigned this, but let's just double check and make sure that this is select people. That's not what I wanted. There's something like this, and something like this to assign parking spaces to deliveries. So that should now give our couriers plenty of places to park. Relatively close to where they need to pick up their load at, so it's not too bad. It's also wanting me to start marketing the NUSA, which, I mean, what I could do is give them a year, and we'll give them December, or give them till December of next year, so 2002. And you know, seems like that's kind of early for MMO games, but you know, as I thought about that, you know, I think World of Warcraft came out in 2003, the original one did, and then Star Wars Galaxies came out I think 99 or 2000. So it's not like it's totally unheard. Well, it's probably maybe a little earlier or a little early for Star Wars Galaxies, but if anyone remembers that MMO, that was one of my favorite MMOs before I played WoW. You know, both those are very good games. Oh, look at that. Guard Dog Unchained 4 just got released. Let's see how that's doing. Might as well see how we're doing on that front. We have finally made money on Boombox 3. We're almost ready to make money on Omnidesk 96. But yeah, pretty much you can see here our market recognition is starting to go up pretty good for all those. So that is good. Look at this thing. Great. Widespread. Great. I like it all. I think we're doing pretty good. Let's see here. Nothing's really in the pipeline for any of them right now. We've still got the console operating system coming out in December. I'm wondering if maybe we should push that up a little bit. And what I mean by that is, I'm wondering if we should push Cyberbox maybe October, or push it maybe to October. announce release date. We're going to October. No, it's the wrong way. Whoopsies. We're going to October of 2001. Gives like, well, yeah, technically 15. Well, you know what? Oh crap! Shoot. That's the wrong one. Oh, I made a mistake. All right, hold on. Let's go back. Because I didn't realize this was autosave 7. So let's do that. Yeah, I didn't realize that. That was not for Cyberbox. That was for the new Cyberpunk game. Oh boy, this is not ideal. I'll be honest with you, not ideal at all. But that's why the game always autosaves at night, and that's why it lags so bad. But you know, it's tearing everything down right now. Ooh, it actually might be. Well, the game just crashed. All right. Well, that's mighty unfortunate. I'm going to pop over to this. That's the wrong screen. That screen. Well, I'll get the game back up and going here. There we go. Got the game back up now. Hopefully it recognizes it. There it goes. So let's go ahead and continue this game. Yeah, it was a little weird. This game crashed. I don't know if maybe something that was just something I didn't like in the game or what. But, you know, it happens. I have 805 people that work for me. That's pretty impressive. Oh, yeah, I bet we can get to 1,000. Maybe the game will crash, but we get it to 1,000. Yeah, so here's the thing. Cyberbox, it says we're not going to release it until December 2002. Let's go ahead and change that. So this is for Cyberbox. 2001, let's do November. That gives us 1 month, yes. Market this one, though. Let's go ahead and, we've already announced the release date, and we've already got this going. So let's go ahead and release that. Now, hopefully, did our parking situation get fixed? It did, so it's saved after that. Awesome. So yeah, I think this will be ready for a November release. I don't see why not. So there's Guard Dog on Chain, so that is good. So we didn't really lose. We lost maybe, 2 minutes, if that. It's better than some of our crashes. You know, some of our crashes have resulted in multiple hours of loss. Yes, we know Cyberbox is coming soon. Can you stop writing about it? That's pretty funny. Here's the thing. They want you to advertise stuff like this so much. And it's like, but people get annoyed when you advertise it. It's like, all right, well, this is not ideal. So right now, we only have, I think, let me look here. I know we were working on a plan for Cyberbox. Let's do Cyberbox. Hardware manufacturing. We've already got all this going here. Can we start printing Cyberbox? We've got 10,000 in stock. Let's limit this to 100,000. So you can see here, if anyone was here last time, they actually did get to see this. These were actually creating our new pieces of hardware. Not the maximum they could ever do, but you know what? This is a pretty good way of doing this. So yeah, we can start cranking out those out and start getting ready for our November release of it. Let's go ahead and market this with a, since we already have a release date for it, let's go ahead and do a press release for, or we'll do a press release. That's what I was thinking of here. Hey, look at this. Cyberworks, Cyberpunk, Cyberbox, and Cyberpunk in USA. We might need to differentiate our name, but you know what? I guess we are called Cyberfriars, so that makes sense. But looks like Cyberpunk 2020 might have run its course because it is not making any money. Essentially, it's just losing money on marketing. So I think once it starts, I think once our cyber, let's see, can we port it first? But I think once Cyberbox is released, we'll be able to port it over to there. I'm hoping. Let's see here. Cyberpunk 2020 port. Use Dev Team 1. Scroll all the way down. Cyberbox. There it is. And let's see. We have a couple that are. Oh boy, not wanting to do that. Let's do that, and let's do that. So while they're kind of fixing the bugs for Cyberbox, they can also work on porting it over, or porting Cyberpunk 2020 over to the console, as well as eventually we'll be able to stretch out just a second here. There we go. As well as we'll be able to the new game's already in development, so it's not like it's a huge deal. So we'll see about this. See how it goes. So essentially, I'm hoping to have. I don't think it's going to be ready right when Cyberbox is, but it'll be probably one of the first games to come out. Will be Cyberpunk, and then the NUSA will have to come later. We'll probably port it over to Cyberbox, but yeah, console MMO. Can we do a phone MMO? MMO. I just said that MMO, you know. But I think it'd be kind of interesting. Let's see what we got here. News-wise, Guard Dog 4 Unchained. Essentially, they're saying it's nice. It's pretty good, actually. You know, it's on the, that works pretty good. So I want to keep marketing Cyberpunk 2020 just to kind of keep it up. It's only $180,000 a month that we're spending, and it's going to be we're porting it to other systems now, and we've got the new Cyberbox coming out next month, so we've got another month to kind of keep it up. You kind of keep hype going for it, and then we can really hit them. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to hit Cyberbox, we're going to say, hey, Cyberpunk 2020 is on here, and then we're like, hey, NUSA is coming out now, which I really need to start. Oh, throw like. Ooh. Let's go ahead and buy some shares. There we go. I really need to. Oh, that's actually a phone operating company. I didn't know that. For some reason, I had a bunch of shares. You know why? I bet you I just went and bought like all the small stuff from like these small ones. I think that's what I did. But you know what? We haven't checked those yet today, so we've got a little bit of them. Let's see here. We got all that. Details. Stick blow. Now me. Awesome. All right. So that's this is 11.5. This is me. 17. Didn't I have part of that, guys? I thought we did. Because this is where it gets kind of expensive to start earning, which is not terrible. Which, I mean, you look at something like this is the guy that I don't own. Hold on. Which one's the one I don't hardly own any of? I own 25% of that one. This is the one I know. Well, I actually own 40% of that company. Just because reasons. This is where it kind of got expensive to start owning companies. There was one like down here that was like, oh, there it is, that I hardly own any of. But it wouldn't be hard to say something like this. And say, hey, we own we own 3% of the company now. I could just go all in and just go, hey, I want to own 17% of that company. But yeah, it's not really worth it. They actually have the 3D royalties, which probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but you know. Anywho, let's go back to what our cyberpunkish or cyber world here is over here. He's starving. He's worked here for 11 years and doesn't walk down to the canteen. Bit of a shame. Do we not have cooks coming in? We should. I want to see how this goes. because our chefs are not here making any food. Are they over here making food then? There's a couple over here making food over here. Over here. Not really. Do we just not have enough chefs or something? I mean, that would be an issue because I did say... Hold on, how many people do we have? Hold on. So over here we can have up to 4 chefs. Over here we can have 3. So what, 7 total? Let's take a look here. Cooking or chef-wise. Oh, we really only have 4 cooks. Yikes. Alright, so let's do this. I'm going to put 2 over there. So I'm just going to hire... This is pretty much just going to be for... this person actually needs to come in like a 10. Alright, so we should do this. So we got 3 11 to 15 people. We'll have 3 12 to 6 people... where did that person go? No, they're there. And then we'll have 2 15... Ooh, hold on. We need some more 11 people. Oh, let's do this. 1, 2, 3... 4... 5... 6... 7. And this we need... So that'll become all at 11. We have... Ooh, hold on. What if we did this? Let's pull these people back to 10 o'clock. Let's do 9. Because they are coming in kind of early for that. So at 13, I need how many people? I need 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look at that, even put them at the right time. Alright, I didn't know that feature would work. But these... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyways, so I think we've got all that we need here then. So hopefully we will have food for everybody in the next couple of days. The cook is in, oh, well, yeah, because they're going to have some issues because I hired too many cooks. There's just issues everywhere. And then they like this thing's active, so yeah, they're coming in here and start making food as well. Let's see here. So this we're about to go into November. We're about to release Cyberbox to the world. Hopefully people will enjoy it. For some reason I keep sliding down on my chair. I don't know why. Maybe it's just how back. Let's see if maybe I can adjust the back a little bit. There we go. Maybe not. Maybe tighten this up a little bit too. Ooh, Marco Studios has started selling more shares. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, that's a lot of money. But if you notice though, they actually have gotten rid of a lot of the company. Like, I can take these guys over for $80 million if I want to. I'm gonna lose money today, fair enough, but you know, it's worth keeping for a little bit. All of our employees are coming in now. I think our chefs come in about an hour, so let's keep an eye on that. Hopefully, they can all find a kitchen to work in. So yeah, 9:30, people are already starting to want something to eat, which is kind of crazy. I mean, eat at home, people. Let's just be real here. There we go. We got food coming in now, so hopefully people can at least enjoy some food. That looks a lot better. Looks like more people are getting fed, which is a good thing. And for some reason, they're walking around the table. Do I have these on wrong? Move. Nope. Alright, well, that's a little odd, but alright. do I have the tables maybe a little off? And that's why they're walking all the way around. Hold on, let's see if maybe that's the case. No? Alright, well this is... I don't know why they're walking around. They can walk straight up here, which is a bit odd, but alright. So there we go. Not as much for that second shift, but there is people that's still coming in at 7, like right when they're getting off work just to get food. Which is probably not the best idea in the world, but hey. But it is November. We are going to release this tomorrow. We're going to get as many bugs as we can out. And I think we're ready to release it. I don't know if the world's ready for us to release this, but we are ready to release this. Then we'll focus on porting Cyberpunk 2020 over. And once that's done... Ooh, hold on. First off. Somebody's wanting to buy a snippet for $61 million. That is pretty impressive. No. The first thing I want to do, get printing going for something. Which, number one, we have Guard Dog 4 Unchained. So why are we still printing Guard Dog 3 Unchained? So we can cancel that print job there. You know what we don't have, though? And I just realized we don't have a 3D team, like a snippet 3D team. We need to get that going. So probably after they're done with Cyberworks, we are going to... we are going to actually create a 3D modeling software, essentially. Pretty much with every feature, because we have time to do it. I think we can do that, so I think we'll be okay with that. Alrighty, well, we are waiting till noon, like we always do, to release our software. Got about 4 hours left. Then we will release Cyberbox to the world, which really is, it's a software and it's a console. So it's a little bit of a bigger risk that we're taking here. But kind of neat as well, you know, something I haven't done in this game before is actually release a console. And holy cow, why is this all backing up? How in the world do components like get stuck on here? Like, there's no reason they should have gotten stuck up there. That is really odd. Why did it do that? I have no idea why I did that, but we might have to clear that up just a little bit before we can really do much else. Which I guess what I could do is down here, let's do this. So it's kind of a fail-safe. Let's go ahead and delete that. So let's say function. It would be kind of nice to say, hey, I want, you know, only components to come down this way or something like that. If any of the devs are watching, that'd be a great idea. If you had one where it's like, hey, I only want components to come down this conveyor belt because it's going into this recycler here. What does it recycle it into is my question. Like, what does it output? I want to see, like, if I hit play here. Hold on here. So what if I then loop this? I'll have to actually turn this one, but that's okay. If I turn this, run this back up this way here, And then bring this to there. I'll have to move these lights, but that's no big deal. Let's move this actually down to here. And this thing does not like me today. Alright, well. There's some right there. That'll work. Alright, so now all the components are being recycled. But the boxes are eventually making their way out to the shipping area. So that is good at least. At least we can get our printing back up and going. So that's the important part. But it is new now, so we can go ahead. Cyberbox, we can go ahead and release it. Yes, let's go ahead and do a $200,000 marketing campaign. No, because I think we've already started a print job for this. We have, so not too terrible there. So what we'll do is support for this needs to go up there. Cyberbox, where's our marketing for that? There it is. So right now we've got a patent going, which looks like we're ready to patent it. So it looks like we just did. So we patented our networking. We've got Cyberpunk in USA ready to be released. So essentially, we released the console like, oh, by the way, here's the new game that we're working on. So, which actually is maybe not, holy cow, it's already almost got over 1,000 followers, which is awesome. And then so snippets actually coming out with new release dates, so that's pretty good. I think we're ready. Once we get the ports done, I think we'll be ready to release or start working on CyberWorks 3. So I think that's a good idea. Ideally, probably a good idea. So I think this is, I think we've got the timing pretty good on this. Now right now we only have one thing technically our main development team's working on, but let's also do this. The NUSA, let's also do some marketing. Let's do some hype, just so that we don't lose any of those followers that we gained from all that. So Cyberfire LLC has released or has announced Cyberpunk the NUSA. Yeah. So it seems like essentially just kind of generic, but it is working out pretty well. It's getting us quite a bit of followers already. And I think the original Cyberpunk is going to start making some money here shortly, because it is done with porting to one console system. As to what that is, I'm not 100% sure. But we can see here, see how much money it makes. Hopefully a lot. Made $7.2 million. Well, all right then. It made quite a bit of money. It just for porting it to that one system. Yes, the review of Cyberbox. We'll let the game run in the background. I really don't care about support because I just don't. Let's look at news. So, the review of Cyberbox. Cyberfire is ready with Cyberbox, and they already are well known in this industry. Is it worth your money? The reputation of Cyberfire precedes them, but no one knows them in the computing market. Cyberbox has been a positive surprise. We can't even imagine how complicated this must be behind the scenes, and it feels very stable. It's packed with full of art and is beautiful to behold. Keep in mind that Stab Industries has Pen X2 on the market currently, which might affect sales. That, hopefully, well, holy cow, we've already started at 2 hearts. It's pretty impressive for that. So, here's my question. So we do need to actually start printing this. Let's do 200,000 copies of the actual software. Hold on. Oh no, that is actually the hardware. Okay, so that's both the same. Okay, I was actually kind of curious about that. how that actually worked. I didn't know if it was a software and a hardware, or it looks like it actually is just one piece of hardware. So that kind of makes sense. For some reason, they keep releasing consoles through there, and I have no idea why. And we just have to recycle them down here. But all these are just sitting here waiting on us. There's 15,000 cyber boxes sitting there waiting to be picked up. Look at that, already $6 million in sales. So I think, well, I not right now. It's not gonna be making. It's already lost. It's actually costs about $30 million. Well, what, $35 million to make. Let's see. Let's take a look here. Let's see. It's just over $35 million to make. We can reach up to 109 million people. We already have two games for it. We have Army Camp in Heaven 3 and the Race Tycoon. Well then, all right. Well, this is interesting to say the least. But we got a few refunds, about 1,300. We've already sold 30,000 units, so it's not bad. I kind of like that. And I think once Cyberpunk 2020 comes to it, I think we'll be sitting pretty. I think that'll be a good one for us. And I think CyberWorks is ready to be developed. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and pause this. We did want to create a new 3D editor. So let's do that. Snippet 3D Max, because why not? It is going to be a 3D editor. 3D editor. Default category. SCM would be on Dev Server 1. Design Team 1 will do that. Game is actually going to go to Dev 1. Let's do all. Well, actually, you know what? Since this is technically a sequel to Snippet 3D, we'll do that. So it looks like it's got all this in there. What does this do? Oh, I don't care about that. It's going to take us approximately 3 years, but that works out pretty well here. Let's look at Advanced. Default doesn't really have anything. We can also use a new framework. We'll call this 3D. Or do we have an existing framework for this? Oh yeah, 3D frames. Not going to say I did that, but I did. Okay, so that actually is going to take. It actually takes about a year off just using that. Holy cow, it's a lot. Anyways, can we actually advance the tech level anyway? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. 1999 is the yes, that's fine. So we go up to 1999. So this is pretty well technological wise. Let's use a new. This is we'll say 99 3D frames. Yeah, so I mean this is pretty well even, I would say. Don't need to publish or anything. Let's go ahead and develop it. Yes, I'm well aware it's very complicated, but that's okay. So they'll start working on that here shortly. Is there any other patents we want to do? There's some hosting we can do. So we accept both of those. Probably put those on the wrong server. Maybe. Don't really care about the development or support. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and speed up time here. So yeah, it seems like we've done what we let Cyber Box out. There's a fire inspector coming tomorrow. Happy days. We're about to get Cyberbox, have some more software for it. See if there's anything out there yet for it, like supporting it now. Still has not made us any money. Yep, the Army Gang Town 2. So there is some companies wanting to actually give us, or wanting to put their games on our console, which is a good thing. Good marketing there. plenty in stock. So it's starting to get there a little bit. Taking us a little while to get there, but it is getting there. So look at that. We actually, this is what I mean by having some programmers in there. We've already fixed about half the bugs that they've come up with already. So, yeah, it's actually pretty good. Anything like over here, I mean, of course, you got to remember stuff like this we've had forever, and they have fixed quite a few of the bugs, which is awesome. But you got to remember that that can be an issue. If left untreated, they can just kind of spiral out of control for you. Yes, I want to reject those. And so it looks like the porting is now done. So because of that, we can go ahead and start developing CyberWorks 3. Now, we really don't have a release date for that yet, for good reason, because I have no idea when we'll be able to release that. So we'll give it a minute. We'll kind of wait and see how that goes. Let's also go ahead and get some reviews for the NUSA to see, because we're about halfway. Not quite on the code, but on the art. Look at that 1991 network expired. Well, let's go that we have the 2001. So we've pretty much kept that up, which is awesome. Let's see, computer operating system. Okay, we just started this one. This is the one I wanted to see reviews of. Review, please. Outsource it. I mean, we could, you know what we could is have a subsidiary for our company that just does like reviews and stuff like that. I don't see why we couldn't. However, let's see what kind of Alright, so we've got that one. Let's see if there's a company out there that might actually be worth making a subsidiary. We've already got them. These 16%. Ooh. Let's go ahead. Ooh. Wow, that's a lot. Take a look here. Hold on. I gotta measure that came up. Hold on. I don't know what's going on there, but alright. That's a little bit odd. I don't know. Come on. This new phone, I'm still trying to figure out all the quirks of it, but it's still going pretty well. Do we go ahead and just buy? It's going to cost about $40 million, but we can go ahead and just buy what's out there. That'll work. I'm going to detail this one. We've already owned that. 25% here. And this is where it gets expensive. But we do have 40%. Another company we own a bunch of software, and like there was one we actually owned like 75, and that was it. So we can take this one over for $71 million. This is a console operating, guys, but have they released anything? They have one product out there. What product is it? Is my question. They have the Lion operating system. I guess what we could do is take that because it released last year. About 6 or 7 months old. We can actually take that and actually use that frame or what, you know, kind of thing, and make a cyber box or cyber, or what we're calling it. Was it Cyber Go or something like that? It was something stupid. We could very well do something like that here, and that would work pretty well. Let's do it. Oh, I have to own all the stocks in the company. Well, then let me own all the stocks in the company. There we go. Now I literally own 75% of that company, or that's probably more than that. Yeah, 75.45%. Let's go ahead. We can't own it within its. It's really only been around for. Oh, it's been 19. What? Excuse me. Oh, hold on. Because that's the wrong company. Actually, April 2001. So we have to wait till April until we can buy that company out. Oh, that's unfortunate. Anyways. So this one, let's go ahead and market it for a January. Let's do a August 19, or you'll do. Let's actually do a June 2003. They give us roughly a year and a half. I think it's going to take us a little less than that, but just in case. really we just started on that, so it's not like it's, you know. Let's go ahead and end this as well. So right now the game's sitting at a solid 5.9. Still needs some work, but you also got to remember this is going to be an MMO, so the networking stuff like that's going to probably take a little bit while longer because we really haven't done anything like that before, as well as the fact that it could take a while. But Cyberpunk 2020 has already made $7.2 million. Cyberbox made $9 million last. This is just this month, and that's pretty impressive. Do you want to see? Looks like finally everything's starting to make money. Even Omnideath 96 has made $16 million, so that is great. Let's do. Hold on, let me look at here. Let me go details. Yeah, so you can even see here that they're starting to get a little bit more in sales. You can kind of tell when I started porting this stuff because it went up and it kind of sang and then all of a sudden dropped off for 2 months, and then port dropped off. Then Cyberbox was released. That is pretty funny. So right now we have a potential consumer reach of 2.9 million people. We've sold in stock. Is the units the one we actually sold? It looks like we reached about 2.7. So pretty much, it's kind of run its course right this second, which is not. Oh, I failed it. Oh well. How much did you find me? I think you find me at all, which is fine. Bad joke, I know. Didn't mean to tell it though. Because it looks like right now we're about at 100, or we're halfway through in USA. So I think already being at a 5 is a good start. So Snippet does have a release date for later this year. Nothing else really has a release date right this second. But that doesn't really mean it's not going to come out. It's taken it a little while for it to kind of catch up here. You know what? Let's go ahead and buy the $5 million there. There we go. Any kind of interesting deals? Not really. Let's go reject this one as well. Because they're only offering like 22 or 23,000. It's like, all right, I make that in an hour. It's like, all right, well, this is not ideal. Cyberbox made $18 million and $11 million. You kind of remember it's kind of carried over because we're doing the 2 months per, or 2 days per month. So you kind of split that in half, and we still made what, 5.5 and $9 million. So you see we're kind of tagging along with each other, which is awesome. You always have. It's always good to have like companionship. It's something like if you ever do anything in marketing or anything like that. Products that go together, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called. Because there's a system where it's like, can it be replaced by something else? Can it be? It's not partnered, but it's not. It's kind of the same way. Like, if for some reason you the price, like let's do this. If the price of jelly, that's grape jelly, dropped significantly, things like peanut butter would actually go up in sales because more people are buying peanut butter or buying jelly, and because it's whatever this is, it's a companion or something like that, that more people will also buy peanut butter because peanut butter and jelly go together. It's something like that, and it's a pretty big thing. So like if you see a sale on one thing but you need to get rid of something else, it kind of works like that. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting thing. It's something that you wouldn't think about, but it does happen. So I don't know. I always like stuff like that. Especially like I had to take a sociology class for in college. Just I didn't want to take psychology, so I took sociology, and sociology is kind of an interesting one because it's a study of how people behave. And so, drop my cap here. I'll grab some water. And it was like how people, interact with one another. How people go about a task. Like, I'm going to go back to my days at Cedar Fair. And this is kind of common in a lot of things. So I didn't know this. If you were looking at a store, like let's say you walk into a grocery store or something like that, especially in America, think about how it's laid out. Number one, all your essential things, your milk, eggs, cheese, all that, it's in the back. But think about also what is always on the right-hand side. You have your produce. You have, like, if you go to, so essentially the idea is that when somebody walks into somewhere, they always tend to go to the right first, on average. So, it's a weird thought to think of. But for some reason, people always tend to go to the right more. I think it's more like, I don't know if it's right-hand dominance, the right, I don't know if that's how it works out. But if you actually go and if you actually look or watch people for a little bit, you actually see, if they enter a place, they'll tend to go to the right first. If you go to an amusement park, especially that, they always tell you, if you get there right at the beginning of the day, go left. It doesn't matter where. It was at Kings Island, if you're at Walt Disney World, at any of their parks, go to, any amusement park out there. Typically what happens is the right side of the park will fill up first, and the people will slowly start to migrate over to the left-hand side. We've even known that. We've known that. Or they knew that at Kings Island. So they'll put, make sure we had employees over there, staff at the beginning of the day, and then we would start worrying about the left-hand side once that, side kind of got full. And that's, it's an interesting thing to think about. And if you go into a store, maybe next time you could actually see this happening, which is kind of a neat idea. Well, even the way stores are laid out, stores are actually laid out to take advantage of sociology as best as they can. Like I did mention, like, essentials are always in the back, so you have to walk past a ton of stuff just to get to what you actually need. And usually, it's a little bit, it's usually, it's like, hey, I need to go grab some milk, but hey, there's a bag of chips I need. Or maybe there's, I need to grab a can of this or something like that. It happens. That's the reason they do it. And the smaller things, they keep right up by the registers. Just as a last minute thing. They always say it's a last minute buy or a last minute something like that. All based on sociology, which is kind of it's an A class. If you ever get to take a class like sociology, I would highly recommend that way or psychology. At least where I went to school, they allowed those like either or. I would just way prefer sociology. I enjoyed it more. I think it's I think it's actually I think it's actually more valuable than psychology would be. Maybe that's just me thinking that, but that's me. Alrighty, so what do we got going on here? I kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent. So right now, the NUSA still going pretty good. Well over halfway now. Oh, hold on. Stab Industries. Hold on, something went on. Number one, these guys have set out more shares. Let's go ahead and buy those. But apparently, Stab Industries is taken over. Oh. Well, apparently I bought Stab Industries. For some odd reason. I don't know what happened there. Oh, hold on. They were the console. I wonder if they went out of business. I wonder if that's what happened. And I got my money back, and I got their products. Because if you look here, hold on, operating system. Let's look at this. We've only made one console operating system. We made Cyberbox, but now we have all of these console operating systems. Now, I think originally there was two other companies we bought out, and that might have been this, but like PenX 2, it still has almost 125,000 active users on it. It didn't make any money, but it's still like PenX and PenX 2. I bet you these are the three we took over. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and do support for it. Let's go ahead and assign it to the support team. Just so that they're still, willing to stay with us. Maybe get a little more fans out of it too. kind of a good idea, I think, at least. Let's actually do this. Look at this. Hold on. Let's get that going there. Omnidesk has got a February 2003 release, so that is good. Everything seems to start working out pretty well now. CyberWorks 3, that's the press release going on for it, so running a little bit slower than I'd like, but it is working. It's also, let's look at research. So what do we got here? I'm pretty sure I made $19 million off that, which is awesome, which I'm hoping to make that much here. Let's take a look and see if there's anything that we're doing over here that may help as well. Maybe this. Let's try this. So for the 2002 3D research, kind of interested to see if we can maybe get that done and then patented. If that's true, if we can, pretty much we will pretty much dominate the 3D market. Let's look at all. Let's go over here. 2D editors. So 3D editors, there's only been 3. There's Snippet 3D, Tri-Sculpt Premium, and Render Pro. 2 more. One was great, one was good, one was outstanding. I'll let you know which one mine is. But look at this. Render Pro is actually a lot better than mine because it came out in 2001. That makes sense. Although mine's made almost double his has in just about the same units. So, you know, that's probably something we need to take a look at. So we'll see. That we're doing a 3D Max, which is the best editor we can do currently, and we're also copyrighting it or kind of trademarking it. So if they want to make another one, they have to come through me, which is the fun part. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that. It's kind of one of those things like, yeah, baby. ILTD has signed to my digital distribution platform. Let's look at digital distribution because we have a ton of products out here. I mean, we're the only digital distribution platform out there, so kind of makes sense. We can crank it up to 18%. See if we can make this. Just see, because I don't know if this digital or this distribution here, if that's actually our digital distribution as well. If it is, it's making a lot less money than I'd like it, but you know, it happens. Let's see here. Anything that we need to kind of worry about, or we just kind of fast forwarding through things here? Looks like our support's still able to essentially keep up with what we need to, keep up with. We might want to hire more programmers for this thing. CyberWorks 2, only down to 500,000 people. It's not ideal. Let's see. Cyberbox, we're getting up to about 250,000 people. Cyberpunk, almost at 600,000. Not bad at all. So, I think once this comes out, this will have some issues. But we're still making a lot of money. I mean, we made $1.5 million already this month on it. So, I'm not too concerned. Let's see here. Let's look at my releases. Let's see how much. Release date, please. So, we haven't made anything on Cyberbox yet. It's cost us quite a bit of money. But everything else, I mean, even like Boombox, it made $66 million. It's made $72 million. But, it's slowly falling. I mean, Cyberbox has made $18 million this month. It's down $20 million. Give it maybe another 2 months, and we'll be making money off of it finally. Like Cyberpunk has made $129 million. Oh no, burglars are here to loot the premise. When literally everyone is here. Oh, they're just cowering in fear. Where is security at? I know the police are here, so they're trying to rob some of my servers. No, that's not ideal. Oh, hold on, timeout. There we go. It costs us a little bit of money. Something is overloaded though. My servers can't deal with from the load from Opti Blinds 2. So that's going to be the store server. So let's go ahead and let's expand our... And let's do this and merge these rooms together. And let's kind of do something like this. Let's duplicate all this. And we'll put a little aisle between these two. Costs us almost $1 million, but alright. So these, I'm actually going to do this. So here's kind of how, I've got an idea how I want to do this. So this is hosting server 1. We're going to make these two. We're going to network all these together. So server 42. We're actually going to make 3 fallback servers. Network all those together. Where is the store server? So let's do this. Number one, let's network all these together so we got a larger... Ooh. I'm going to add these to the store server. It's going to drive me crazy here in a second. I want to add these. Where's my network guy when I need him? Alright. So they're there. Connect. Why does it keep taking away from the store server and not adding them together? Do this. Let's see if we can maybe get this to work. Now let's do this. Furnish server. Now, if I connect all 6 of these up, as it says server 27, I don't want them to be. All right, hold on. Alright, hold on. Let's see here. Let's do this. Let's also group these together into one. There we go. So that should be a little more easier to read now. So server 27 should be the one that's actually combined with the store server. Alright, hold on. So what is that? That should be the store fallback. This is server 0. So this is store fallback. Rename. So store server, select fallback, store server, or store fallback. This one, where's the MMO server at? So that's this one. So this one here, this is server 28. Server 28 is going to be the MMO fallback. And then this down here, this will be the, oh, hold on. So server 42 will become the dev slash hosting fallback. And then, so the hosting server needs to go there, and this one needs to go there. So there we go. That should... Ooh, that store is having... It looks like it's having issues, which is not ideal. Do we have a door? And we do have a door in there, so people can get down in there and get if they need to do maintenance on them. But I don't know why these 6 down here do not want to connect or reconnect back up to the store server. It just baffles me. There you go. I don't know why that didn't do that the last time. But all right, so there is the store fallback, hosting and fallback. I'm just trying to go through here and make sure I get everything there. All right, I think they're offering me $58 million. That's even less than last time. There we go. I think distribution-wise, I think we're okay. Well, I could be wrong, but servers. Store's got the most. It's got a 4% load on it though. I don't know why it had. I don't know if it just had one issue that it just all of a sudden everybody wanted to download Opti blinds or something like that. But for some reason it did. It acted up a little bit. But let's also go ahead and release this. But I think we're okay for right this second. Let's go ahead and do a market. Let's do a press build. Essentially just a tech demo is all it is. Essentially we just announced, hit my microphone. Essentially we just re-announced CyberWorks 3, which people I think will be excited about. They've already got almost 600 followers there. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. You know, I think we right now so far we released CyberWorks or CyberBox, and we're working on 2 new programs. Operating system and our next RPG game. So I think that's going to work out pretty well. Anything else? Research still going along okay here. Let's also do some hype for this as well, just so that I'm trying to keep as many followers as I can. You know, might as well try to at least. Nothing really new there. There we go. Keep the problems. Actually, I realized that this is actually right above where my camera is, so it's really just messages that are saying, hey, my employees are stressed out, and like that's probably normal. So I think this is ready to at least get a review. We got 3 more deals we can take a look at. Some hosting. Let's go to the hosting server. CyberBox. They want to give me $73 million for CyberBox. That's pretty funny. Because they know how much money it can make. I mean, right now it's a great product, but it's already lost $17 million. So right now I wouldn't want to sell. I mean, I could sell it. If I wanted to get out, I could just sell it and say, hey, I'm done. But, you know. But it is slowing down a little bit. I've noticed that. Ooh. I mean, give me a 28% stake, though, for $34 million. Let's go ahead and do it. We actually go and buy that company too if we wanted to, which I think we will here in a second. But for some reason, CyberBox is kind of, well, it's not really slowed down. It's kind of a second part of the month. Everyone bought it at the beginning of the month. Do we have plenty in stock and everything? In stock, so it's that last one there. Oh, we hit almost 200,000 in stock, so I think we're okay there. Let's take a look here. Company wanted to buy out a company, which I think is this one. Yes. it's actually worth less now than it was. Let's go ahead and buy. So I'm gonna have to wait till like June. I'm over here. Let's go ahead and see if there's anything else that I didn't really want to buy them. All right, that one I'm good on. Let's see here. This one I didn't really want to. That's already 40%. But if you're paying $28 million just for that one. That one I own pretty much everything on. This one I own everything on. Got my hands in a lot of pies here. I think this is the one. Hold on here. Are we not the biggest company anymore? Oh, probably because I have it. I have it set up by how much is actually public stock wise. No, we are still way ahead in the polls here. Look at this. Quite a few patents already. We're getting 4% royalties on all this. We can make $480 million almost like instantly. We can see here that we have quite a few companies underneath us, so it's pretty good. This is a detail. This is the one. No, this is not the one. What's the one that we own so much of? Oh, there it is. So we gotta wait till next. So it's Macro Studios. So I think at least we'll wait till June. We'll then offer them like the $60 billion they want. And while we're keeping around $500 million in the bank, you know, what is a $500 million, you know? But I think that'll be a good subsidiary maybe, and actually have them create either the cyber bot. Well, we might not. I might actually have these guys do it and make them a subsidiary for something. As to what, not really sure. Or I might just buy the company out, use their frameworks to make my own CyberWorks or CyberWorks Go. That might be something we do. Call it CyberWorks Go. Something like that. Because like CyberWorks Mobile, I mean, I guess we could start out with that and then get a little more creative, so people know exactly what we're trying to market to them. So let's go and skip to the next day. Well, skip to the next time people are here. Let's see here. Do we want to try to get a little review for Cyberpunk, the new in USA? Let's do that. Let's go get a review for them. Don't really care about printing. I mean, we could take. Oh, actually, I've already got another one out there. So this was an 8. Not bad. Network's still an issue, but I forgot we had that. This one's currently sitting at a 7.9. All right, well, not ideal, but it happens. We go ahead and put out a press build for this guy. Let's also go ahead and do. Well, I don't want to do that. The art's already done. Holy cow! Well, I guess there's not really much art for that. Kind of makes some sense there. What are we kind of lacking here? Really, network. Well, network, that's more. Well, yeah, network's about halfway there. 2D almost done. Audio's done. The OS support's done. System's about maybe not quite 3/4, and 3D is about half done. The audio and the 3D art's having some issues too, but we only have 3D. We only have 3 3D artists, so that kind of makes some sense. Speaking of which, you know, we do have, you know, Max, you know, learning on here. I think it's how we did it. HR management. Yeah, so just kind of curious how they're doing. Looks like we actually got quite a few team members. Like, let's look at support. They're actually getting some team members that are pretty good at programming. Like 2D, we have a 2D program, like 3D, 2D pro. I'm trying that sentence one more time. We have a 3-star 2D programmer. That's pretty good. Marketing, kind of the same way. We actually have some really good really good programmers on this team for some reason. Law, not really concerned about. These guys are starting to get good. That's design 1. We have 36 3-star system guys. Someone was trying to call me there. let's see here. Boombox. So, like, these guys I'm not as concerned with. They're actually learning pretty quick anyways. And so there's a couple things that they're missing, but a lot of them, like, it's our game development team, don't really matter about that. But look at all this, I think we're good there, at least. So at least that's a thing. Hit the play button on that. There we go. What we've got over here. The pre-release of Cyberpunk in USA. It has been that long since we tried it. Well, you know what? Still, we're having this, because technically right now, this is 2002. So you really wouldn't have any tech demos you could download or anything like that. It's still kind of magazines, stuff like that you would want to hear about. So you want to get it out to the press. Which that actually might be kind of an interesting feature as well. Like later on, actually adding a different marketing feature where you can put out, like if you have a digital distribution platform, be able to actually put like a tech demo out there for people to try and things like that. It would take a lot of resources and some upkeep, but would still be kind of interesting. Quite a few employees called in sick here. Let's go ahead and just do this to get the music going again. There it is. I actually want to turn down my game a little bit so I couldn't hear the music. Whoops, that would happen a little bit. Look at this. Now, everything's got a release date now, so we got November and December, and then February and May. So it's not too bad at all. We're starting to get to, somebody's filed a formal complaint. They are starving. Well, there's quite a few people, mostly in this building. Well, there's some on the other team too. Why? I don't know why they feel stressed. Is kind of my thing. It's the support team, mostly. Some in marketing too. That's a bit concerning. Let me look here. Support 1 has got 90 people in it. I mean, we do have a lot of jobs going in there, but do we think we need to split these guys up into 2 support teams? Let's see here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. That's actually designed, but let's see here. You go this way. This is the support one. All right. It's probably another support office somewhere. That's our game dev, and that's our game dev. That's marketing. I swear we had 2 support rooms. I thought it was on the 2nd floor, unless we took it over with this team, which is very possible. Let me look over here. Do we put a support team over here? I didn't think we did. Doesn't look like it. Because it may not be the worst idea to actually split the support team into 2. So, because technically they're saying that they're stressed out because they have to do all of this. Which, yeah, technically you're right, but I mean, we can start getting rid of some of this. Like Omnidesk 96, let's go ahead and cancel support for. Boombox 2, let's cancel support for. That one's got plenty of users still. Except with 3D, we don't have another 3D one, so I'm going to keep supporting it until we have another one out there. And we're almost done designing it, so it's not like it's the worst thing in the world. Alrighty, well, right now we're kind of in a waiting game. Let me slide back over here a little bit. Kind of in a waiting game right now, which is not ideal. You know, it's we're kind of waiting for the next Cyberpunk in USA to get going. Let's see here. Anything else that would go on that we could take a look at? Well, I'm trying to think. It's not going very well, but I am thinking. 30 employees have almost 30 employees have called in sick. Awesome. Not ideal, but it does happen. A lot of people still stressed out. Well, let's take a look at the stressed out people. They are starving. Mostly the Boombox team. And pretty much everybody's hungry, so why don't you get something to eat, is my question. See, I guess there would be teams that would just be, hey... I don't know. It's a little odd. It's one guy that feels isolated. It's a little bit of an odd one. All right. People are saying that there's not a lot... Or, hold on. I feel like they're stuck here. That's what my question is. It's like, why do they feel stuck? I guess what we could do, number one, let's go to this and change roles. Oh, crap. I think this was the leader, correct? Hold on, I need to pause the game first. I've made a mistake somewhere. Yep, that was the leader. So let's change your roles to a leader. Let's also educate you, because apparently you have 2 points left. Let's do multitasking, because multitasking is actually a very powerful, or can be a very powerful thing to have here. Let's also educate our new people. Looks like they just got in. Ooh, socialize. Let's go ahead and hold meetings for you. Educate. You've got 3 points left. Let's go ahead and hold meetings. Educate you. You can now hold meetings. Educate you. You can do multitasking. Educate you. You can do... So that is all of her skills left. Do you want to at least socialize, or do you want... let's do that. Let's see this guy's in service, do marketing. This person has skills and everything. She's in service, so let's do something like that. She also has stuff in marketing. Let's also do support as well. She also has one in some art. So 2G program, we'll do some design work as well. There's quite a few people that need education, which for some reason they're not doing education very well, which is a bit odd. What I need to do, let's go and not change teams. Let's go over to manage teams. Let's do this. I think part of my issue is number one, 15,000, so 84 complaints, zero origination. Those not bad. Education amount, no limit. Let's do high salaries here. All right. Now I'm wondering. I didn't really mess up anything there, but I do need to actually change. I have to go in here, HR management. Let's set all these -1. Let's close that out. So now, if I go over here, let's go on the snippet team. Yeah, so it looks like they can send as many employees out as they want to now. That's kind of what I want, though. If they can get education, let them get education. Grab some more water. My throat is going dry. Let's go ahead and skip over to the next day. Well, really can't, but... Accept all and close. So we are getting towards... So, let's see here. I'd like to put this into... Ooh. Don't know about this, because I really want to put this into... into development eventually, and I'm hoping maybe in October. But you're only giving us now, I'm only giving them 3 months to get the code and everything right. Let's also, I don't know, I really don't want to assign Dev Team 1 to it because it's, you know, it's something we really can't do. But not 100% sure. Let's take a look. I want to look at Cyberbox. Cyberbox is still have not made us any money. We're close. Probably next month it'll probably be ready. So Guard Dog Unchained 5 actually ready for September release now. It might be moved up because we just got the printing done for it. So that'll probably be released next time. We got about a half hour left, give or take. So hopefully that'll work. Not really much else to really look at. There's still a lot of people are saying there's nothing to do. But here's the thing, and I get it. Well, I normally, if I'm at work and it's like I have nothing to do, I'm like, I can find stuff to do. It's not like, maybe that's just me. I don't mind, you know, doing stuff like this. But Fly LLC has started selling more shares. How dare they? Anyways, let's look at that one company we have that we own 75% of. Let's go ahead and take them over. It's going to cost us $60 million. We're actually just going to take them over. Boosh. So now we received one product from them. And then, number one, does that actually increase our company worth at all? Because yeah, it does. Well, at least for right now. We're almost at $750 million, so that's pretty neat. But let's see if we actually got anything interesting out of it. So this, like, let's just do CyberWorks Mobile. And we will have to do some more manufacturing for this because we have to develop our own phone. Let's see here. Let's take a look at, it's an original IP. Well, actually, we can use Doorstop 2, which was a good one. But we can at least do that. Right now, because right now it's not actually ideal to use that. So there really is no framework for this. So this is CyberWorks Mobile Frame. But we can actually do something like this. Which really, what kind of stinks is that it took us about 4 years, but apparently 145 million people can use this, which is pretty impressive. And this will go on to technically the MMO server because there's some gaming, stuff like that in here. But essentially, I think this would be okay. The tech level seems a little low, though, so I don't know about that yet. We might want to wait a couple years to see if we can maybe get a little bit better version of it and then actually release the best we can. I mean, you remember, cell phone 2002, still not ideal, but they were starting to come up. They were not smartphones yet. The iPhone came out in 2005, I believe, so it kind of makes sense. Snippet 5 just got done printing, so the first run of it at least. We also have our research done for the 2002 3D, which is pretty cool. Hopefully we can get that out. And we'll get that over to our lawyers so we can start patenting it. It's a weird way to say that, but alright. I think also, though, the next game we're going to have to do is another game, at least development-wise. Because if you look here, Snippet 3D is going to go to the Dev Team 1. Game development is going to be just sitting there doing nothing. And so I think we're going to have to give them something. So we'll always come up with a new game. Who knows what it is? I don't know if it'll be an RPG, but we'll see. I mean, we're losing copious amounts of money for some reason. Let's look here. Macro Studios saying that it was just acquired. Yes, please. Just want to close that. Thank you. I do want to look, though. Why are we losing so much money? Bills. That would be the reason why. Which, honestly, if you look at our bills, nothing's too terrible. Digital stores made over $1 million. That's actually pretty cool. Repairs. Let's see. Staff. Distribution. Royalties. Been a lot of royalties, different people. But benefits, we've done a lot with that. Deals. Hosting's giving us $117,000, so it's not ideal. But looking at bills, electricity $17,000, food $5,000, on the internet $500,000, printing $3.4 million. That's probably where our distribution costs are. It's just in that. But we make $5,000 solar energy, and water we kind of suck at. But it's actually not terrible. Could be a lot worse than it is. That's the first time I actually noticed bills coming out, which, kind of makes sense. Kind of is a little iffy, but, it happens. So it looks like more people have signed the distribution deal, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and buy that. They own 0.3%. I'm going to go ahead and buy that from them. It was only like $13,000. Like, all right, that's enough. Looks like everybody's still making money pretty good over here. So that is good to see. 3D Max, it looks like it's pretty much ready to be developed. Maybe not quite yet, but it will hit that here shortly. And once that is, we'll go ahead and switch it over to a new game. As to what game that'll be, not 100% sure yet. But unfortunately, I don't really want to delay the release of NUSA, because it's already got a lot of followers on it. What I could do is we have all these teams down here. Boombox. The same, Boombox. That will. They should have a 3 audio guy. I thought I saw that. Well, let's double check and make sure, because I've made assumptions before, and that's usually not a good thing. They really don't have a 3D or a 3-star audio guy. What are they doing? Who hired all these people is my question. None of these people can be educated either, which is not ideal, but is there another team that actually has a 3-star? What about Boombox? Boombox doesn't even have it. Alright, well, that's a bit of an issue. Dev Team 1 has 10 of them. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and go to Assign, take Boombox off, put Dev 1 on there. That might be one of the reasons they're holding that up so much. Could be a reason. But, yeah, I really do want to get that releasing it. Putting it into beta in October. Just so that we make sure, well, maybe more like November. Give it 2 months of beta and then release it right before Christmas. That's probably the only way I'm going to be able to do that. So it's going to be close. So let's go ahead, and I don't really want to do this because, reasons. But I'm going to put both, well, I'll at least put the game dev team. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Into crunch time. That's going to... they are in a crunch right now, so they'll work faster, hopefully, on that, and hopefully get that out on time. but they're gonna slow down quite a bit afterwards. So I don't really, the one after this is not gonna really matter. So let's go ahead and get another game out. It's gonna be, let's do a sports game. Why not? Let's do a sports game. We're going to do Cyber Sports 2050. Dev Server 1, that's good. Development team, we're going to go over to the game team there. No publisher. We got to figure that out. That's going to drive me crazy because I didn't know they didn't have that. But alright. Multiplayer, I'm okay with, but we're not going to do like an MMO. I'm okay with that. So advance here. Existing. Do we have any existing frameworks for this? We do. We have quite a few. 1998 is the most. Let's see. How does that help? No. Okay, that's actually going to reduce the tech level quite a bit. Let's see here. Server, we're going to host it on the... Well, we can do it on the hosting server. Oh, yes. The MMO server is kind of the gaming server that we've got. Snippet 4, Render Pro. It's the only one that's going to let us do what we want to do, so that's okay. And then Boombox 3, I guess, is the most recent one. Because we're working on Boombox 4 now. That's okay. Render style, so we'll have to do that for now. Let's add also... CyberWorks 3. Cyberbox, not compatible with this. That's not good. CyberWorks 2 is, though. Next page. Let's worry a little less about graphics. Hold on, why do we not have 3D graphics on here? Oh, that's an issue. Previous page. So I think that's what the problem is that Cyberbox does not support 3D games. That's a bit of an issue. That is a bit of an issue. So we're going to create another Cyberbox that actually has all that. Let's go ahead and develop it. Yes. See, I didn't know that Cyberbox did not actually support 3D modeling, which is a bit of an issue. So we're going to create another Cyberbox here soon so we can have 3D rendering. Well, alright then. That's not ideal, to be honest with you. So let's see here. Let's do a review for it. And we'll see how that's going so far. Oh, look at it. Guard Dog 5 just got released. See what we could do, while they're not doing a Guard Dog, throw them on this project. I'll just try to get as many programmers and artists on there as we can, just to try to get that game out. I really thought I'd give it enough time, but apparently not. Right now, the game is sitting at a 9.2. Right now, if we release the game, it's not like it's a huge deal. I mean, it's still a good game. It's just... I'd like to see it a little bit better. But it seems like we're actually... I think we're going to make it. Like, I think we can still easily put this into development into beta in like late October, early November. So I think we're shooting for early November. I still think we can do that. I still think it'll be a great game. Anyways. I think still making money here. CyberWorks I'm a little concerned with because we're only pushing about just over 300,000 active users. CyberWorks 3 is in the works. In the CyberWorks. Can't believe my eyebrows get the, No, I number one, didn't plan on that to be a bad joke, but it did. I can start to see now that we're having some issues with support, it looks like. So you see here, this number is not going down very fast. So 600,000 active users. I would say not. Let's go ahead. So that's something we might have to worry about that next time. Unless we put a support team over here, which I would not be opposed to. Maybe putting them down here. We're gonna. I don't really care about that. It looks like they're enjoying the new guard dog. All right, that works too. Let's go ahead and do this. I think this will be a good. Why did I do that? That's weird. It's gonna be 12 by something. Put our doors over here. And put the windows in before we forget about that. Things looking a little bit nicer in here. We do want to put the support. There we go. Style in there. And we can go ahead and do. Let's go ahead and do the. My brain's going about a mile a minute because I want to get this done today. Let's leave a 2 aisle. I am okay with that. And then we need to get some chairs in here. And we need to get some cubicle walls. There we go. We need a computer. And we need the phone, I believe, is the... Yes, it is the service one. Alright, so there is our kind of the basic layout for this stuff. Let's go ahead and duplicate this, or rotate this around like so. And we need to also get these duplicated across the middle here. And we take all this and duplicate this this way. I think I do one more. Yeah, that'll work out pretty good. We need some ventilation in here. Let's do that real quick while I remember to. Ooh, it's going to take a little more than I expected. Let's do one more. It's like along this wall here. Get the temperature down here. And there we go. We'll do one set of these across here. Perfect. Now this room's already decorated to the max. It's already got that. So let's add some of the skill stuff in here. Skill. Where's skills at? Productivity is what I meant. So you want to do something like this. Actually, you know what? Let's move this. And we'll put the bookshelves kind of in between here. We'll also use a water cooler. With two of them down here. So this will be our second support office, so we can actually switch teams. We're going to do a new team, support 2. We'll see how many people can we have support 2. Well, number one, we can also expand this out, so it's not like it's just going to be this team. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 32 people in this support team. For at least right this second here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, go to HR. We need another leader, overall skill, high salary. Let's see here. You were actually going to go to support 2. And Jane Miller. What do we got here? Socialization. I think you're good there. So let's hire you. So I did change this to support team 2, correct? I did not. So there we go. So there we go. So there is that. So now we can hire, I said what? 4 times, 32 people. So I can hire 31 people So let's do. So we're going to HR over here. Let's do this. Oh, that's people. Manage teams. There we go. Support 2. Employee, not employees. We're going to go to here. You got a $15,000 monthly budget for handling wages and complaints. Education level like a 3, a -1 there. Any skill, let's do no leadership or development. Service I'm okay with. You know what, development we actually kind of do one actually. Support, marketing, and law. Actually just do support. And that's what we want out of there. So here's the reason. I'm going to hire service guys. Actually, let's do this. High salary before I forget. Service, and we'll actually drop the age down a little bit. Service, I can hire 31 people, so I want to hire 20 service and 11 programmers, so that they can also fix the bugs as they come in. Kind of the idea, at least. I don't know why. My back is needs to stretch. You know how you always get that? Every once in a while you gotta stretch your back out a little bit. It's kind of how my back's been all day today, which is kind of odd. Usually it's not this way. I think the cold's kind of not been great. I know, like, I'm pretty sure the low last night was like 0. I think it was low as it can go. Well, until it goes negative, but fair. But I know it's like yesterday you only get to a high like of 20 degrees as Fahrenheit, of course. It was cold. I'm like, all right, this is a bit much. But hey, we're doing okay. Well, at least I'm doing okay. I know there's some other people that are, especially in Texas. Apparently Texas got hit hard, which I guess they really don't expect snow, and all of a sudden they got a ton of it. So, it happens. But is there any, you know what I didn't do? Is I didn't make that person the leader. Change roles, leader, please. So now support should actually start getting some people in here. There we go. All 32 now are hired. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get some more support in here. We'll have them take over support for Cyberbox. Maybe not. We'll have them take over everything but Cyberbox. Or maybe we just have them do Cyberbox. And then have support team 1 do the rest of it. It's kind of the idea, at least I'm thinking here. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to assign this. I guess we can assign it to both of them for right now, just to get the numbers down. And then once they get the numbers down, then we can go in and then start assigning them to different roles. That should work out pretty good. Yeah, it seems like they'll be able to help handle that. I think that works out pretty well. Omnidisc 96.3 is coming out, which I still wish I could figure out how to change that name. It is a bit much for that. Alright, so let's go ahead and take support team 1 off here. See if support team 2 can really handle just Cyberbox for right this second. We also might give them PenX 2, just because it's not really something that comes up very often. I mean, they still have quite a few active users, but, you know. Actually, the fixes are going up pretty quick too, so that's a good thing to see. All right. Didn't know she complained anything. Guard Dog, they're offering $24 million for. I'm good. Oh, Snippet 5 just came out. Oh yeah, look at that. It is October. So that's great. Get rid of all those. Oh crap. So, that's fine. Guard Dog Unchained has not met demand, and that company's selling more stocks. So we need to go print some more copies of Guard Dog 5 Unchained. My releases, scroll all the way down. Guard Dog 5, all great programs, which is awesome. Start printing. Let's do 200,000. There we go. That'll work out pretty well. Let's skip ahead until workers start coming in for the day. People already stressed at 6 a.m. How in the world do you just not know what to wear? I don't know how that works out. And they can't keep up with support for Boombox 3. You know what? Let's go ahead and let's assign under automation. Let's go ahead and do options. Support for Boombox 3's 1300. Takeover. Assign this to support 2. See if we can maybe. It's got 500,000 active users on it. That's pretty crazy. Let's see if we can knock that down real quick. Seems like they're getting through it and just taking them a minute. Because they're gone for the day. Maybe not gone, but maybe they're out to lunch. I don't know. It is November. Let's let it run one more day, then we'll put Cyberpunk in USA into beta. Let's do this as well. Support. We need to actually make sure they stay till their scheduled time. Looks like they're pretty good at handling what they handling that. Taking that off of the support team 1 might have really helped that. Let's see here. Let's go close all that up. Almost got our patent ready. This is going to have to go into beta. Oh, we've got some people already quitting. All right. Snippet. They only want 30 million. They're only offering $30 million for that. That is pretty crazy. All right. So, what I wanted to do, we need to release this in the. We need to promote this into beta. Let's go ahead and do that. They're selling more shares over here. We'll go ahead and just buy those because why not? Let's go ahead and start marketing this. Let's give them a press build. And we'll go ahead and market and do kind of one of these, kind of a bigger one. Let's go ahead and promote that to the highest priority there. See, I think taking the a lot of people quitting, not ideal. Where from that game dev team is that why they're? I guess what I could do now is really kind of take them off of crunch, just so they can be a little easier now. They don't have to worry about any heart too much anymore. But also, we'll just hire more people. It's not like it's I mean, overall, it's not a huge deal, but you know. So that press release will be ready to go out here shortly. Let's go ahead and release that. Try to get as many fans as we can into the into there, because we already got 1,700. I think it's probably the most we've ever had for one program or one piece of software. But I think we'll go ahead and release. Go ahead and accept all those. Snippet 5 does not meet demands. Well, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get that printing again. Snippet 5. Let's go ahead and start printing. We'll do 200,000 copies. And let's start trimming away. So like Boombox 2, we've already got Boombox 3 out. Omninest 96 we can cancel. Cyberworks 2, we're still. Sipit 3D's in the pipes, but Sipit 4 can go. The Last Guard Dog can go. Just kind of keep our facility, printing only the stuff we really do need. And also, here's the thing: if somebody wants an older version, they can always get it off digital distribution. That's kind of the idea. So it looks like Cyberworks 2 is starting to really slow down in marketing. Let's go ahead and end marketing for Cyberworks 2. They still have about 300,000 active users, so it's not terrible. But Cyberworks 3 is already halfway done, so look at this. The followers are just going screaming up now, which is amazing. Let's do this. Let's get a review for this guy. Our patent is ready to file, so now we do have a patent on 3D graphics, something like that, for 2002. So if you want to do anything modern, you got to come through me, graphics-wise. So this Cyberworks 3 is almost, well, Cyberworks 3, the review for it's almost done. Then we got one more day before we release the next Cyberpunk in USA game. Let's go ahead and end reviews for this. So right now it's at a solid 6.7. 3D and networking still needs some work, but I think we can get that going pretty good here. Hopefully. Over 2,000 followers for Cyberpunk the in USA. Or the NUSA. I don't really know. I know they call it the New USA or something like that. There's a pretty strong thing in the game, but I'm not 100% sure if that's actually something they like. Do they shorten it for some reason or what? But I do want to see how much money are we actually worth. Worth $812 million. That's quite a bit of money. Let's just be real here. Looks like these guys are working pretty good now. So we can pop back over and see what other people are doing. But it is time for us to release the Cyberpunk in USA. That'll be kind of fun to see how this goes. This is probably the last day we play, just in game here. And then we'll call it a stream there. But let's go ahead and get this game out. Ooh, people are starting to sell more stocks. Let's go ahead and buy those up. Oh crap! We are the lowest company. We're at 2%. They pretty much this is Doc Slam Studio. We gotta buy some of this, so we're at least the majority here, because I don't want to, let's do that. So we own half the company now. That's okay. They're mostly owned for phone operating systems. We will eventually buy them out, just so that we can actually use some of their frameworks for our operating systems. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. Well, not like buy them out. Let's Doc Slam Studios. There they go. Oh crap! Hold on, pause the game. They're worth too much money. Hold on. Let's go ahead and buy them. So they're worth about 76. Or that stock's worth about $76 million now. And we're up about 855 million. Not bad. But the in USA is going to come out at noon, like we always do. Noon releases. Don't know why I always say noon releases, because most companies wouldn't do that. But hey, it happens. And there we go. It's noon. We can go ahead and release this. I guess I do want to start marketing. We go at a $200,000 budget. Yeah, don't know, because we do need to go over here and do our own printing. Alrighty, let's see here. Cyberpunk the in USA. Print it. Let's do 200,000 copies. So we got that going here. Let's also port it. We use Dev Team 1 for that. Let's not do Cyberworks 3. Let's see what active users we got out there. So BotOS, maybe something like this. I mean, what is... Hold on, let's do details. What is it already on is my question. That's on CyberWorks 2. All right, there we go. That works pretty good. In CyberWorks 2, I still have about 300,000 active users on that one, so it's not terrible. So Cyberpunk the NUSA is going up there. Let's do the marketing for it up here, so we can at least see it. And let's also make that our... Let's also make that our priority for that, because that is our newest thing. Want to make sure that's taken care of there. And since Guard Dog and Snippet aren't actually doing anything, let's assign them to here, just so we get those ports out as fast as we can. But I want to make this, so this will be the last day, I want to see how much money the NUSA is going to make. I hope it's a lot. I really do. But we'll see. I've already spent quite a bit on marketing. About $70,000 on marketing right now. It's quite a bit of money. Not quite as much as Cyberpunk 2020. Let's go ahead and knock that down to 1 so that they focus mostly on the new game. And the grand total is going to be... Oh, maybe. There we go. Let's see how much we've made here. Come on. Only 1.7. Not ideal. I'll be honest with you. But I think once we start marketing it more, I think that'll go up quite a bit. And once we port it to some other stuff, I think that'll be good. But guys, I think that's going to be it for me today. Let me go ahead and save the game for this. And we'll see how that goes here. Come on. There we go. Autosave 7. So, switch back over to the main camera here, guys. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys really enjoyed that, because I did enjoy playing the game today. If you guys are new here, well, first of all, welcome. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you are curious when I actually stream, I do stream 2 times a week, every Wednesday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Typical schedule for me. That's pretty. Every once in a while I'll do a different stream there, but that's typically my schedule. If you're kind of curious about more content, maybe you want to see some more Software Inc. Alpha 11. Apparently, quite a few people have been. There's actually been quite an uptick on YouTube on views for that. You can always go to my YouTube channel. There's a link below the stream here. You can always check it out there. There's 100. I think we had 111 videos in the stream archive, so pretty good. So there's plenty of content for you to see there. I don't just play Tycoon games. I played games like MechWarrior, Evil Genius, Colonization. There's some iRacing. There's a whole stream of iRacing in there. It was great. Things like that. You can always take a look and see if there's probably something in there you probably will like. And thank you guys for joining me again today. I actually have been working on the video for the 1-year anniversary, and this will kind of also be a thank you for the people that have been here. So if you guys, I think that's going to be on the 26th technically. I think the official date's the 25th, which is a Wednesday, which I am not here. Is that one? No, hold on, it's Thursday, and I'm not here. I think it's how it is. So it's going to come out that Friday. So it's the last Friday stream of February is when I want to try to release that video. Fingers crossed. I did get it started on, so we'll see how that goes. But other than that, guys, I think that's going to be it for me today. You guys have a great Wednesday, or hold on, today's Wednesday. Have a great Thursday, and I will see you guys on Friday for some more Software Inc. But until then, guys, take care and have a great day.